So this decade of Donald, aka Childish Gambino, has been a great one. Between 2010 and 2020, Donald has proven to be a very unique individual and this an amazing renaissance man in this day and age. And I'm not trying to like stroke his his importance or his significance or status, but he's went through a lot of changes in the span of 10 years, and I'm pretty sure it's not something that should come to it as a surprise. Many people could change in the span of 10 years, but Donald has been one of the few celebrities or people in general that I followed who has went through an immense change in terms of like his artistry, his endeavors. Anything that he touches is always something new. Everything that he's ever done in the past has never really been repeated. It's always just a fresh new taste, outlook, perspective on whatever that he puts his mind to. Between the years of 2010 and 2020, or potentially 2020, he's went through a numerous occasions, and a lot of that can be seen through the many albums that he's put out and the many things that he's pursued. Like, in a million years did I ever think that the guy on Community or the guy on Derek Comedy would be the same person who would direct a show like Atlanta, who would be the voice of one of the most, I guess, very impactful, very timeless movies such as The Lion King, and let alone being a very a very well-known character such as Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars franchise. Never did in a million years that I think that any of these things for a person like Donald would happen. In the early years, that's what I thought. But as time went on, some of this stuff just does not get surprising. You only expect him to go so high. Donald Glover really doesn't have a glass ceiling. He'll always keep moving forward. Even as of like recent, he is in the political circle with like Andrew Yang, something I never thought that he'd ever be a part of. And that's pretty amazing. It just shows you that he's really trying to put his his feet into everything that is possible. For all I know, this man is doing things like testing wine or studying mountains. I don't know, this is it could just be anything. And Donald has really proven to be a very, very interesting, unique character of the 2000s to modern age. It's very interesting. But anyways, 2019 has been relatively a good year for Donald. Although we didn't get music per se, well, album wise, we really didn't get an album. Only thing close to an album was the project that he had released, or not, his team released, Wolf and Rothstein, with the whole Pharos project, and none of that is related to Donald or Childish per se, but it's something. We also got the feature he has on Beyonce's Lion King Inspired. We also have the renditions of of beloved songs from the Lion King, as well as some few unreleased studio projects or singles, such as I'm presuming they're singles, like Human Sacrifice, Algorithm, and some other titled songs from some things that could be dated back to the Coachella performance. We at least got that. And not only that, we got a snippet that I had posted a few days prior of the Chance and Donald joint collab. I'm assuming that's where that's from. And at least we know that it exists. It's in the works, and we don't really know how many songs it has. We don't know when it will be released, but hopefully soon. There's still a day or two as of the recording of this video before 2020, so there's still I'm very optimistic when it comes to this, but there's still a small window of possibilities when it comes to that. But I'm kind of a little bit pessimistic, so we probably won't see anything this year. We only have to cross our fingers for 2020 and onward, or just whenever he decides to release this unnamed project, because it is coming for sure. So yeah, I don't know, there's just a lot of things that has happened in this decade, this year alone, really, that is worth mentioning. That's just about it, really. I'm kind of like not ranting on, but I'm just really just speaking freely. without any edits. But Donald has had a good 2019. He had a good 2018, 17, 16, 15. It's around the 2010 and 2014 where I guess where the most change happened, when he went from like the very upbeat character to the, it came off as depressed, but I would just see it more as like transforming into a more mature person, especially on like the outside, to like the outside world, outside view. But yeah, there really isn't much else that I want to talk about. I spoke from the mind in this video, so if you don't mind, I don't know if you like this. I mean, you could. I do. Yeah, Donald had a great decade. He did have a really great one, and there's many more years. Hopefully he lives a very long life, so that we could like see more of what he has in store for us. Yeah, this is Pharos closing the year off with this video, and I'll see you guys in 2020. See ya.